Thank you so much. I'm so proud to be able to bring a message of peace from CND, but also from the Morning Star newspaper as well. As we gather here today, there's something like 1 in 7 of the population of the planet who are worried about the wars, the conflicts that surround them. That's millions and millions of people, men, women and children who don't know whether they will survive till the end of the day. So when people say to us that somehow standing up for peace is ridiculous, it's wrong, it's weird, we need to be really loud and clear to everybody. We need to be uncompromising that peace is the way. Peace is the way. And people do have a choice. They can choose to put all the money that they want into nuclear weapons. They can choose to have kids go down holes in the Congo to dig out cobalt to make these weapons. They can choose those things. They can choose to end violence to women. That is one of the big results of these conflicts that are taking place across the globe. They can choose to do those things. Now, my experience is this. These people in power never shift unless we make them shift. These people of power never move until they realise the power that we have as ordinary working class people across the globe. They'll never move unless they see the power of the movement that stands up for peace. So our job is not to just say, well, it's too difficult today. I don't really want to be kind of slagged off on social media again, so I won't look, or I'll just stay in bed and pull the duvet over my head because it's all far too difficult. I'll tell you where it's difficult. It's those 1 in 7 people who are wondering whether they're going to survive for the day. It's those people who are seeing their family dying on the streets, and they know that they can't get across the road to even save those kids. They know that there must be somebody out there who's prepared to stand up for them, who's prepared to stand beside them, who's prepared to, even when it gets difficult, to stand up for peace. Now, I've had this all my life, really, when I've stood up for race equality. People have said, well, you just need to be a bit patient, Roger. Well, 600 years is a long time to be patient, Or they say, as a trade unionist, you need to be a little bit patient and things will somehow magically improve in the workplaces if you just take care, just be patient and just rely on these benevolent managers that apparently exist somewhere in some mythical workplace somewhere. And also things will improve if we just wait for these politicians to do the right thing. Now, I think just by looking at who's here today and feeling the power of the movement that we've seen over recent months when people have taken to the streets to call for a ceasefire in Gaza and call for a ceasefire in Lebanon and actually call for a ceasefire anywhere where there's war. More than 100 conflicts taking place across the globe. But frankly, some appear to be more important than others. And we have to be the people who are calling that out as well. So peace isn't something that should be seen as something we might do if we've got a little bit of time before the next war. Because that's what it feels like, doesn't it? That it's just this interregnum. Well, peace should be the way. Peace should be the thing that is the norm. But it will not happen unless we all stand up if we all organise, if we don't build the movement that's going to make a difference, there will be no change unless we take responsibility for building the movement for peace. So let me end with this. It's a line that I say quite often on speeches. There is no knight in shining armour that's going to come to our rescue. Never happened, never will happen. All we have is each other. That's all we've ever had. It's all we ever will have. It's our ability to be able to organise for peace, for real change that is going to make a difference. So if we want to see our schools properly funded, if we want to see our health service properly funded, if we want to see our public services generally properly funded, if we want to see the money that is wasted on nuclear weapons put to better use, to actually support people, to support our elderly community, to support our people who are struggling to survive. If we want to see those things, my friends, it's up to us. It's absolutely up to us. And we need to take responsibility for making sure that this park is full next year. Absolutely full to the rafters next year. And we need to make sure that the year after it's even bigger than that. The only thing that's going to make a difference is us, and we have to take responsibility for that. Thank you so much for listening.